The senator from North Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm going to be brief. I promise Senator Hollins, I'm sorry, Senator. Going to be about 5 minutes. This is an easy one. Number one, I should have probably said this earlier. My colleagues on the other side of the aisle, I completely disagree with the narrative of the billionaire taxes. Folks, this is actually reducing or making sure that we don't raise taxes on people like me that grew up in trailer parks, didn't get my degree till I was 37, struggled to make ends meet. Those people benefit from that. I've read the bill. I think most of you know I'm detail-oriented. It's not what it seems. So I also should thank Senator Crapo. He's a good friend, great leader. I should have thanked him for the hard work that he's doing. I got a little bit focused on the Medicaid failed baseline that's in the bill, but I should have started with that. So thanks to Mike Crapo and to Senator Thune, who I admire as our leader. Mr. President, I'm here to talk about the production tax credit and the investment tax credit, though. It's another classic example where think tanks and people that haven't worked a day in business are setting policy in the White House without a clue about what they're potentially doing to our grid. A lot of people probably, I had Alex Weinstein, who is a self-described philosopher and expert in this area in my office, talking with 3 people, practitioners that actually work in it. One of them is someone who specializes in power purchase agreements for large businesses. Walmart's one of the most sophisticated buyers of electrons in the world. They map out their power requirements years in advance. They want to make sure that their food doesn't spoil, and they got power running. They've already made several power purchase agreements with projects underway, folks. And this bill is basically gutting it. Instead, and everybody's high-fiving. What's amazing to me, Mr. President, is the mark that we laid down the other day almost achieved the same level of cuts of the House bill within $30 billion. Within $30 billion. And instead of thinking that was progress, somebody got cute and decided to take away in construction and put it in service. Let me tell you why that's disingenuous. I was a partner at Price Waterhouse, worked in the utilities practice, large utilities like TECO, Duke, Florida Progress, AEP. I know this industry. I understand base load. I understand peaking, and I understand this technology, which is increasingly becoming viable because of storage as a part of augmenting base load. Well, now we've got the Walmarts and all of these data centers and everything that we want to bring back on shore, putting in these power purchase agreements teed to these projects like solar in particular, like wind and other innovative, renewable natural gas, methane, hydrogen. I can go on. But somebody, a self-described philosopher in a think tank that I admire a lot, but I realize if you're a philosopher and you're in a think tank, you by definition have never worked in an operational role. So you can't possibly understand what happens to this pipeline of power purchase agreements and the future of our grid. So here's what's going to happen. Wipe it clean. Put an excise tax in. Effectively, throw the football in the end zone, spin it, and walk away and do the party dance. And what you have done is create a blip in power service because there isn't going to be a gas-fired generator anytime soon. Folks, the generators necessary to create power with gas, best case 5 years from now. That's best case. 5 years from now. So you can't get that online at the same time this whole pipeline is going down. So I want that philosopher to tell me that he understands how to plan out power over time and to let me know that when all these projects fail, some will make it, some will get subsidized, some will go bankrupt, so it won't be Armageddon, but it's going to be a problem. So they better get it right. It's another example, folks, when you rush a bill and you don't think through the implementation, you don't get it right. And so I hope that my colleagues recognize it's half-baked. It's another reason why we should go back to the House mark, get Medicaid right, so I can come on the floor and tell my colleagues on the other side of the aisle why they're wrong on all the attributes of the House mark, why they are wrong on some of their characterizations of the tax bill, and why they will be wrong on an energy policy that makes sense. But I have to vote against a bill from my own party that I have never parted from before because we're rushing to an arbitrary deadline with people who have never worked a day in this industry, maybe philosophized and written a few white papers on it, but haven't gotten their hands dirty. I have, and this is another segment of the bill that needs to change. Thank you, Mr. President.